Maybe I can't see shit.
So I got the grill going, about 200. Got a kielbasa up top. Some ribeye steaks that sit overnight in a marinade. I'll show you that when we get back inside. Right down there is some Jack Daniel's Oak Barrel smoked chips. Say hi, babe. Jada. Jada. So say, hey, what are you doing? So here's the marinade. Alright, so here's the marinade. Simple marinade for the steaks. I used apple cider vinegar, some mustard powder, and Mr. Arrington would be proud. Everglades Cactus Heat. You guys don't know who that is, check out Deer Meat for Dinner. Awesome channel. Liz and I have been watching it. So, apple cider vinegar, the cactus dust, put some rosemary in there, Italian seasoning, and believe it or not, molasses. Molasses adds a little sweetness to it. Apple cider vinegar helps to dig into the meat a little bit better. And it also, because it's an acid, it actually helps to tenderize it. It cooks it just slightly, but it helps to tenderize the meat a little more instead of using some, chemically made meat tenderizer. And that's just not what I'm about. I'm all about the best natural process. So right here is a brine. And I got a rack of ribs in here. It's actually, well, for Liz, they're beef ribs. In reality, they're lamb. I got this brine recipe from, again, Mr. Arrington, Deer Meat for Dinner. It's been sitting overnight. Can't remember exactly everything I put in here, so might want to check his channel to get the recipe. I just gotta find the frickin' thing in here. There we go. Alright, the meat does look a little cooked, but that could be because I put it in the brine when it was still hot. In my defense, this was a frozen brick. I was hoping that it would help to bring the temperature down. But this looks really good. The meat's already kind of falling out. It's real tender already. And if you get in right here, you can see it kind of soaked in a little bit more than a marinade would. Everybody says that you should be not marinating anymore, but making a brine and letting it soak overnight, or some people say 2 hours. I've heard 24. I let it sit overnight. I think I made this brine at 11 o'clock last night, and it's now 10:34. So give it a little more time, let it dry out a little bit, and then I'm gonna put it on the grill. Okay, so I just had this idea. This is the marinade I had the steaks in. So what I'm gonna do is, I got a little saucepan. That's a little bit too high. A little saucepan. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the marinade in there and reduce it. Now, again, the steaks were in this overnight. Some people might be like, ew, what about all the nastiness? And no, you put it in the heat, it's gonna get cooked off. Everything's gonna be fine. When it reduces, it'll be kind of like a barbecue sauce, but it won't. When it reduces out, I'm gonna give it a sample try, and we'll see how it comes out. Now the trick with this is you're gonna have to stir it. Keep stirring it. The more you stir it, the more steam comes out, and the steam is nothing more than water coming out of it. The less water you have in there, the thicker it'll be. Now, Liz had an idea where we could take mushrooms, some onions, and get it reduced out pretty good, then add flour to it and turn it into a gravy. Now, I'm from Jersey. Well, I'm from South Jersey, and I'm about 50% Italian. I hear gravy, I think of the red stuff you put on pasta. So, just putting that out there. It's not sauce, it's gravy. This is Liz's contemplating face. We're trying to figure out, because I feel bad about wasting all of that brine. So we have, instead of traditional dates, we have cooking dates where we just sit in the kitchen and cook. So trying to figure out if we should make that into a stew and how that would taste. More to come. Alright, so I had it at medium.